All right, here's the deal. Here's what happened. So I find out from Kathy Tobin, who works here, obviously, that when we get a new batch of interns, Tom, our general manager, was asked once to address the interns, which he did. And it turned out he liked doing it. So now
Give him something to do.
Yeah, so because he's looking for stuff to do. Tom's a nice man, but he doesn't have a whole lot to do around here.
Can you imagine the general manager of a huge radio station is addressing the interns?
Yeah, and he pretty much tells them, I've heard, everything that we tell them anyway.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's nothing new, but all right, you know what? What the hell?
I would love to hear the address anyway.
Well, I got some of it on. I didn't tape. If I play the whole thing, you'd be sleeping.
That's what I figured.
Right.
What must that be like?
It's so boring. And Tom basically does a whole lecture on how if you don't want to do something, just don't do it. Like, he doesn't talk about inspiring them to do stuff. He tells them what not to do, which is pretty much his role around here.
Well, he knows what he doesn't want to do. He just doesn't do.
Right. So basically he tells people, if you feel like, if someone's asking you to do something and you don't feel like doing it, don't do it.
This is how I've gotten by in life.
Yeah, that's how he got by, so why not give the advice to young people? So there can be more Toms running around. So Tom gives them a lecture. Uh-oh, here's Tom now.
I wish I got a lecture.
So Tom gives the interns a lecture.
Yes.
And you want to be in here for this?
Yeah, I think I do.
Why?
He's trying to protect himself now.
So I said, why don't you tape what Tom says to the interns? I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
And then as we were talking, we said, as long as Tom's going to be giving a lecture, we're going to set up microphones. Why not have the interns ask him questions?
Yes.
And I said, the one thing that'll bother Tom the most is asking questions about money, that the interns want money. For parking fare, for anything. And I rehearsed with them, and I even told them what Tom was going to say, and Tom, of course, said everything I said.
Really?
Yeah. We can't do that. Yeah. Oh, I have that on tape. I'm going to play you some of that. I'm playing you everything.
But are you on tape telling everyone what Tom would say?
Yes.
Oh, that's
you
great.
have your setup.
I have it all. It's a very long setup.
Right, okay.
We had to edit some of it down because it takes...
Yeah.
I rehearsed them for over an hour and a half. I wanted this to come out flawlessly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, they were real good.
Right. They were. They did a great job. And and then we said, well, okay, we'll ask him questions about money. And then let's get the questions more and more ridiculous, but not too ridiculous.
That he catches on. Just ridiculous enough.
But we even have one British intern, and we said, well, you'll ask a racist question. Right. But like you don't even, she goes, what did she say? What did she say to Tom? She said,
I remember exactly.
She used the N-word. She said,
can I go out on the street
and interview niggers?
And intervw homeless people and
niggers.
Right.
Be
my answer.
So, and then because I wanted Tom to think the interns were insane.
Yes.
And then some of them
needed to get rid of this crop of interns.
Because evidently he walked out afterwards and said to Kathy,
I called Kathy out of the studio.
Right.
And
I know exactly what you said. You said to Kathy,
you're nuts. I thought you were good at this.
Yeah, I thought you were good at hiring interns, but I got to tell you something.
This is the worst crop of interns.
I had one of the interns ask Tom.
It's on the tape.
Yeah, I had one of the interns ask Tom, when I go to parties, a lot of girls want to have sex with me because I work on the Howard Stern show now. Is that okay? Is there anything illegal about it? So,
they've got all kinds of questions. They need all kinds of.
So here I am.
That's the one where I finally said, all right.
Now, Tom, at one point during it, does say, where's the microphone? But when he left, you were convinced that they were for real. I mean, we even rehearsed if Tom...
Just listen. Where's the microphone?
Right. Here's the rehearsal.
So it wasn't obviously mic'd?
No. We had microphones hidden all over the place.
That's great.
Okay, so this is me rehearsing the interns.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so here we go. So stay with us, Richie, just to make sure this rehearsal goes well. Listen, I can't help you out with any kind of financial. That's we made that clear from the beginning. I can't change the rules. We have rules.
But I had a friend who interned at Johnson & Johnson, which is a big company like our company.
Yeah, but this isn't Johnson & Johnson.
Right, but they had a cafeteria at least. They paid for his transportation.
I'm being Tom. I'm role-playing.
You're very good at it.
Yeah, and everyone said it's identical. We're going to show this on the TV show. We had all video cameras, too.
That's great.
The cafeteria, which gave him bagels and muffins in the morning, all that stuff.
But we don't have any of that. That's what I'm telling you. But if you can't deal with that, we want you here.
It's like a 45-cent bagel for lunch.
Yeah, well, we pay you, then I have to pay at least 3 other people.
Just getting a cafeteria or providing some kind of...
Yeah, and the way this company's made its money off the sweat of interns, really. So
I did not say that.
anyone do that,
I
but
was
that
joking.
intern is very good.
Yeah. Oh, they're all
He's
good.
being,
All
I'm
good.
telling you, Rob,
This
they
ain't
were
nothing.
all real
Tenacious.
good.
Right.
They were real good.
Persistent.
And it was his job to ask Tom the first question. I said, if Tom gets out of here, it's your fault.
Tom,
Should I say that?
what about? I know the station gets like a lot of free CDs from these record companies and stuff. Will we be able to get any like free CDs?
For concert tickets, possibly?
I can't. No, I can't guarantee you that. No,
Exactly what I said.
right. I know. Well, it seems kind of stingy. We see all the.
Okay.
But no. We can't guarantee it. If we have something, we put it in a box. Like dogs, you can fight over it.
Say Howard asks me to go interview a whore. Can you reimburse me for my cab ride down there? Because I'm getting
I
material.
think
for the
we look
show.
at things on an individual basis.
Well, seeing as we're talking about money, the other day when I was coming in, I opened the door of my Jeep and this guy just ran right into me, knocked the door off.
Let me stop you 1 minute. Do you think we should eliminate the whore question because that might?
It's a little bit of a giveaway.
It's a giveaway, and
Yeah.
this is how much work I put into
Yeah,
this.
you're really hearing it out so you
Yeah.
hear what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah,
in
we
the real
rehearsed.
world,
This
so
is a
you
big
can
rehearsal.
determine what'll work and what won't.
Oh, wait till Tom enters the picture. A little more rehearsal, I'll play you.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Right. That's a little bit of a giveaway. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Maybe it should just be put later.
I was thought the whore question.
Maybe that should be the less financial.
Should precede the nigger question because
The bathroom question.
because she's
Hold on. Skip the whore thing. I'm going to change the order a little bit. Why don't you, since we're doing money, and we were all very uncomfortable with the N word, but I said you got to appear to be racist and not
You gotta
think
just
twice.
reel it out.
Yeah.
Well, having the woman with the British accent ask the question was perfect.
And I changed that. You'll hear in the rehearsal because originally a different kid was asking.
No, that was perfect.
Right. Why don't you go back to your door then?
I'm on the
So who
outside.
am I
I'm on the
after?
Right. I this is so good that I'm afraid as soon as you say whore, he's
I'm gonna give it
gone.
away.
So let's skip that. So after your question about free CDs and free tickets, no, we can't help you out with any of that. We can't help you out with free CDs and tickets. Okay?
Tom, I know over Letterman,
I think we're going out of the door. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm after Paul then.
Actually,
Right.
can I make a suggestion? I think it's better to go to him because his question is actually sort of legitimate about being the Letterman interns get paid. Can we get
It's the
paid?
same company.
It's actually
It's not expenses.
All right.
On air.
Okay. All right. You want to go that way? Would that be better? Okay. All right. So I can't help you out with CDs and tickets.
See, this is really
Tom.
structured.
Oh yeah. Oh please. Wait till you hear us.
structured.
We pull this off like Mission
To suck
Impossible.
you in, Tom.
Yeah.
this was our third rehearsal.
Yeah. By the way, this is the third rehearsal.
Ah.
Yeah. You're
See
not.
how they worked for you?
Yeah. Tom, we did this all for you.
I know over at the Letterman show, when the interns get on the air or anything like that, they use their voice. They get paid for it, and I was wondering if you do that here, because there's a chance that any one of us can get on the air, and we're wondering if we can get some money out of it.
No.
But it's CBS, same company.
Yeah, I know, but no, we can't. I'm sorry, we can't.
Well, I have a question kind of about money. The other morning when I was coming in, I opened my Jeep door and somebody ran right
All
in
right, so you get the idea.
Right.
This is how we rehearsed.
Okay. So everybody had
All right.
to actually do it.
Right. So
a few
now
times.
it was time, and we ended our meeting early so we wouldn't lose time. We
I
were afraid
wonder
he'd.
if the interns got nervous.
Well, I rehearsed them so many times, over an hour and a half, that they were loose as a goose, and you'll
Really?
see. Yeah.
Oh, great.
They started out some of them were nervous in the beginning.
Before
And was
you
this the
started,
first time that you took questions, or did you
they
always
didn't-
open it up?
Oh, they have asked questions before?
absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know
In fact,
that.
I've always encouraged questions before. Yesterday, though,
What Tom has nothing better to do. He loves to answer questions.
Please,
Yesterday-
I'd love to spend all afternoon with you.
All right, so Tom comes in to make his opening statement. Oh, you have a statement to make? Go ahead.
If I may.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had no intention of taking questions because I waited to see you about something else.
Right.
I was already late for a lunch date.
Golf game.
No.
Yeah. All right, lunch date.
Well, yeah, it
And-
was not good for golf.
And
Yes.
so the last thing in the world I wanted to do was take questions.
Right.
Because I'm just trying to get out of here. I am late, and I don't want to,
All right, let's.
line up.
All right, so here's Tom. Tom comes in and gives a good 5-minute speech, but I cut it down because it's very dull.
But you know what's funny is that he
Very
would have
complimentary, though.
Yes.
liked not to have taken questions, but these questions were so. He realized that these people really needed his.
Yeah, they really do.
I was so blown away by the first question. It was like,
All right.
wait a minute, what could come after this?
All right, here we go. Everybody sit back, relax, and hear Tom in his meeting getting shanghaied.
This is Tom Chisano, everybody. He's our general manager.
Among the most picked on and abused people in broadcasting, but I'm happy for it. I make this speech every term. Every term we have a new a new group of interns, and I'm kind of actually late doing this, and I do it because I want you to understand that.
He does it because he has nothing better to do.
Yeah, I love addressing people.
No. I do it because
You are a very dull public speaker, by the way. I got to talk to you about that. Watch the whole tape.
I already did.
All right.
Hopefully, it will be a great, fun experience for you. Something that you learn at. Hopefully, learn a lot at, and it'll make those credits that you're gonna be getting for being interns here actually mean something to you. There's a lot of fun involved. There's some downsides. So I just kind of want to make sure that everybody understands that if anybody has any problem with the downsides, the fact that the show can be bawdy, I think is a good word. That there is an unbelievable amount of pornographic or certainly X-rated material that comes.
Unbelievable amount.
There's a lot.
An unbelievable amount.
You go.
All right, okay, we understand. He's unbelievable.
How it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's so unbelievable.
Yes, Fred.
Still can't believe it.
He can't believe it. He's been here 17 years. He can't believe it.
By the way, it's 14.
14 years?
It's 14.
All right.
And Claire Bloom was married to Rod Steiger.
Thank you. Thanks for clearing that up.
What the?
You're going back to a 6 o'clock reference.
Yeah.
George C. Scott.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
You're right. I know what he's talking about. You know why? Because I'm on his wavelength. Right.
Good for you.
Come on. We're in the middle of Tom's big
All
speech.
right.
And this
Please,
is cut down.
I'm having too much fun with the unbelievable.
Okay.
The show. That we have an obligation to you, to your parents, to your school, but mostly to you to make sure that you're not involved in what you might consider a hostile work environment. If it ever gets that way, and anybody says, you know what,
this is Tom's sexual harassment speech.
Right, he's trying to clear the company right away.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
before anything happens.
Yeah. You kids, you're gonna file a claim here? It ain't gonna happen. Okay.
That's right. I got a speech for you.
I got this covered every which way to Sunday.
I've talked to my lawyers.
Yeah, I've talked to everyone.
Exactly what to tell you.
In fact, I would like you all to leave now.
Absolutely.
Right, here we go.
I can't look at another Penthouse magazine, or I don't want to have to file another triple X-rated video that comes through because Howard's doing his porno of the month. That's okay, and you have the right to not want to be involved with that stuff if you so choose. You've passed a very stringent interview process to get in here, because Kathy's really good about this. She really does an excellent job in trying to select. Not that we don't have a few get through who we kind of scratch our heads about it, on occasion.
Here he is complimenting Kathy on her choice of interns, and meanwhile,
but every once in a while she baffles him.
Yeah.
Well, we have had
but
some
she's really good at making sure that that Howard and the show has a very high quality of interns. I mean, we've worked together for almost 15 years now. I still laugh every day. I still enjoy being around the show, and
don't believe it.
And sometimes it's not easy for me to, some people say, well, how can
he
you?
enjoys irritating us.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll say that after all these years and all that he puts
and these
through,
moments only make the irritation all the more enjoyable.
because it's funny.
Tom wakes up every day wondering, how are they going to F with me today?
That's right. How am I going to get him back?
It's all done with a sense of humor.
Is this the most boring speech you ever heard? But I had to leave it. I had to leave some of it to show you how
make you believe.
they look, and they all looked asleep.
And,
they were enthralled.
And it's a joke.
Wake up.
And I think I'm one of the lucky ones. I get the joke, and obviously there are millions.
Tom gets the joke. Yeah.
He's a lucky.
He's one of the lucky ones. He gets the joke.
One of the
I said
few.
You're one of the lucky.
No, I said I'm one, and
You're one of the lucky ones.
along with millions of other.
Right, all right.
There's other people around this country who get the joke, and hopefully you'll be laughing and learning at the same time.
Nice one.
Okay? So thanks.
Tom, I have a question.
All right, here we go.
Here we
Like
go.
you just mentioned, like if we have like any kind of problems. One problem I encounter is like I'm coming from New Jersey at Rutgers, and it's costing like $17 a day to get here. And I calculate by the end of the whole internship, it'd be like I think like almost $800. So like because I'm here part time and taking classes and preparing for the LSAT, I can't work a part-time job. And I'm aware that other internships, offer some kind of stipend, whether it be like
ours don't though.
I know, but like I had a friend who actually interned at Johnson & Johnson, which is a big company, like our company, and they actually had a cafeteria inside which it provided like breakfast or lunch or nothing too expensive, like a bagel here, a bagel sandwich. So I was wondering, like, why, or if you have something like that, or
we don't. We just
kid asked for $17.
It's so funny because Tom is like, money, no.
Yeah, Tom is like,
away. You don't even have to finish.
Tom here's $17. That sounds like $17,000 to Tom.
Bagel, no.
I hear you, and it's just kind of what you see is what you get. I mean, the setup is what the
We've heard that before.
See nothing, you get nothing.
Right.
setup is, that we don't offer expenses, we don't have a cafeteria,
Is there a reason?
We don't even have air conditioning.
We don't have a cafeteria.
benefits of that free lunch every Wednesday, I think, when Ranch One delivers. And
He's telling him when Ranch One delivers, you guys can fight over that.
That's right.
Your free lunch.
After the staff gets theirs, you can get yours.
Yeah, after Howard and Robin eat everything.
And there have been some interns that, when we've needed part-time help, who we've hired, and paid out of petty cash or whatever from time to time. But those are very limited. You shouldn't hold out hope for that.
The good news is, kids, we don't charge you.
Every once in a while, after you give and give and give until you have nothing more to give, we sometimes throw you a bone.
Yeah, by the way,
pay you
kids.
out of petty cash.
Yeah, by the way, kids. The college charges you guys for an education. We're thinking of actually calling this a university and making your parents pay. What do they pay?
You.
Yeah.
But don't hold out hope for that.
Right.
And it really is, unfortunately, from that end, that's I guess that's the part of the cost. I don't know if you get a better deal from Rutgers for these credit hours that you're getting.
Well, it just really it's money I'm taking out from I don't even know where.
Right.
It's just a lot. I mean, I'm sure we all agree whether we get here by train or
You know what? I hear you.
It's just from
I hear you, but let's move on.
I don't want to talk about money.
Hear you. I got to go have lunch that I put on the company credit card.
No.
From the point of view, it's extremely difficult to come in here 3 times a week. As much as I love it, I love working here. And Kathy,
By the way, where Tom lives, it's against the law to show emotion.
wonderful. And
hear
everyone here. It's awesome. It's just that it just sucks financially. It really does. And I know that other internships, do help, their students out.
You know what? I mean, no problem. If there's, this is what the intern program is here. The company, CBS, Viacom, Infinity, Infinity Radio, which is really who you...
Tom doesn't even know what to call the company. Yeah. CBS, Viacom, Infinity,
Hasbro, Mattel.
Hasbro.
Every week it changes.
The makers of Barbie.
Mobile.
This week we're a billboard company.
Every week the company changes.
Golf and Western.
There are also Infinity Ventures
It's a growing company.
that are involved in the internet. I'm Mark Mitsubishi.
You could buy stock.
Parker Toyota.
Jokeland.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It is a public company.
You can buy stock.
Buy stock, but we won't buy your
All
lunch.
right. So Tom's getting a little irritated, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Nothing throws him.
Guys, still
who's the
talking about
station, who
money.
owns the station, and operates the station. This is the way it is throughout the company, and I'm not aware of any move afoot to change that.
Slave labor.
So
If you don't
I'm
like
sorry, and if it's a burden, you should,
Will
find
they have more
someone
money
else.
now, though, since they just bought
No.
another company?
I have a question, Tom. What about
Oh, they have less money.
No, we never have more money. No,
that's
no way.
impossible. We had our best year, but we have no more money.
We make a lot of money, but there's never any money.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you on your ass. All right, come on. We have a lot.
like it.
We have a lot of tape to get to.
And the good questions are yet to come.
Right.
when, at the radio
So,
station?
what's your name?
Rob.
Rob. Okay.
Oh,
It just
he's
helps me to know,
noting his name. Uh-oh.
Here at the
I said this kid's in trouble. Tom never asked anybody's name.
Just made a mental note.
Right.
Troublemaker.
station, I noticed they get like a lot of CDs and stuff from all these record companies. I mean, there's a stack that's all in Howard's office. Will we be able to get like any free CDs or anything? I mean, I know, a lot of that stuff comes in, like
Stuff comes
duplicates.
out, we put out whatever is excess, whatever is available. We're happy to put out, and we do that from time to time. From all the extra things that show up. People send in unsolicited, and from time to time, Mike Pierre cleans out his music library from
Gives you all the crappy CDs.
Well, yeah, the stuff he doesn't want.
Right.
excess things.
Oh, I
but,
say that at the end.
I don't think it's too often that there's extra copies of the new Rage Out CD that are put out.
Tom's already angry. Everyone's asking for stuff.
Yeah, they want things.
Yeah, these are
damn
money grubbers.
interns.
Gimme.
They sound like Jackie.
Are there ever free concert tickets that we have access to?
Our backstage passes.
Backstage pass. That one got me. I got
concert
backstage.
tickets
That was not written. Somebody ad-libbed. Right.
time to time, maybe. But no, I mean, that's we get concert tickets. We give them away on the air. Or if you're going to work a concert, then certainly we're going to get you in. And
No, you have to buy a ticket.
If you work,
the concert.
in the past, we had the interns paid to work the concert, but we're going to let you in.
Don't call it cheap.
He's trying to give him something.
All right.
If you get to work, you'll get in for free, as opposed to paying.
We, of course, would let you in if
Most people would be embarrassed to say that.
Well, no,
Not Tom. No, we
sometimes
understand.
the
Okay, here we
interns
go.
never have to pay for that.
Right, we understand.
You know, like I don't know how many people were at the MTV Music Awards the other night, the VMAs. I mean, and I don't know if we got people into the hall or not, but certainly. So it's just Kathy knows. I mean, it is the way it is.
Oh, Kathy knows all too well.
I kept looking for. Okay, Kathy, could you tell him to stop asking these?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
please?
Kathy's just sitting there.
No,
Did
Kathy
she
was
tell
real
you
good.
already?
Kathy was real good.
Yeah,
You already know the score. Stop pounding me.
And there's not a lot of freebies, and that's it's just not available.
Right.
Not
The
available
only
to
thing
the
free is your labor.
Right.
regular staff. Any more than they are or less to the intern staff.
Tom, I know that over at the Letterman show, I had a friend of mine that worked over there, and whenever they would use an intern on the air, whether they just use his voice or they put him on the show to do any sort of thing that would actually air, they gave him some sort of financial benefit almost. And I was wondering, since this is like the same company, it's all CBS, why that doesn't happen here and what happens for
TV
other
has,
programs.
I'm assuming TV has a different policy, or maybe because they're actually on camera. There's some kind of a SAG responsibility there. I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that, and I don't want to know.
That is a SAG
I did say I
responsibility.
didn't know.
I don't care.
In one ear, out the other.
Radio.
I don't know anything about giving people money.
My wallet is staying in my pocket.
All right, you down with this? Here we go. Back to Tom.
You enjoying yourself so far?
Like this?
This is great.
I have a question too. I mean, it's kind
So
of.
your name?
My name's Sarah. Money related was the other morning while I was being dropped off at the train station in Jamaica. Someone actually, as I opened the door, they drove right into the truck and demolished the whole door. And I know you were speaking about fair returns and petty cash and stuff. I was wondering, in a
Well, I didn't
distance
bring up
like
petty
that.
Says he didn't
Did
bring
I
him
say
petty
cash?
Did I say petty cash?
Did I say petty cash? I withdraw.
I withdraw that.
I said Johnny Cash.
Strike that from the record.
Bring up petty cash.
Yeah, I think you did. Would that be something that you could help me out with, or I don't.
That you had an accident when you were going to the. That you had an accident as you were going to work.
Right. Yeah, I was just sat there, and
No more than I would if Kathy were driving a car and Kathy's car was, it's hit. She was
Poor Kathy.
If Kathy was killed,
If Kathy was killed, I wouldn't even pay for the funeral.
If Kathy could afford a car.
before she came to work. I mean, it's not part of the deal. As if it was my car.
Well, Kathy gets here at a reasonable hour, and I know that Sarah has to be out at 4 a.m. She probably wouldn't have been in Jamaica at 4 a.m. had it not been for internship here.
But I think we laid that out as that it's the downside to the intern. To being an intern in the morning.
See, there is a downside.
You come in at your
Get
own
up early.
risk.
Can everybody hear this okay?
early.
I mean, I know it's a little muffled because we couldn't get microphones right on top of people.
Right, but
All
no,
right.
it's good.
All right, here we go.
Lavalier me, right?
I wanted to lavalier you. I was gonna shoot you with a dart and knock you unconscious and lavalier you.
Microphone dart.
Row starts at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You should have to wear a lavalier every day. That way, because we know we're going to be taping you.
Letterman starts later.
I have a question, Tom. It's not about money. It actually goes back to what he said. If we do come in and we actually get on the air, I'm not real clear about what we can and can't say on the air. Can you go over?
Just watch your language. Don't curse. Don't talk about.
I mean, I know there's supposed to be 7 words, but I don't even know what the 7 words are. I mean, I know
We're trying to get Tom to say the 7 words.
Tom won't say the words.
Tom won't say them.
Tom won't even do it.
Tom's religious.
the obvious ones, but I can only come up with 5.
Guys, I really want to get on the air, and I know they do a lot of interviews and stuff.
Oh, now here comes the N-word question,
yeah.
but Tom interrupts it, but we get back to it.
Sure, I'd love to be on the air here and in my future career, but I was just wondering, if I took the initiative to go out and interview homeless people and niggers or something, if that would be okay.
Homeless people and
Niggers? Oh,
Black
sorry,
people?
Niggers
is a very pejorative term.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In this country, and that's up to.
Niggers is a pejorative term? What does that mean?
Yeah, now we have to have somebody explain Tom.
What is that?
Sounds worse.
Tom stopped it, stunned in his tracks.
Niggers
now
is a
explaining
pejorative term.
the customs
Along
of
with
the
guineas and
country.
kikes.
Niggers, guineas, kikes. Speaks heaps. All are pejorative. What does that mean, pejorative?
It means derogatory.
Howard,
yeah.
you know how Tom knows these words?
Yeah.
He took out a vocabulary book, and read all these different words.
No. Here,
come on, Tom.
I'm up to the P's.
No,
The word of the day is pejorative.
John asked me. Somebody asked me what the word meant.
Right.
And they asked me why I knew the word. And I said I knew the word, and because after I get out of college, I did study vocabulary books.
Oh, you're a power builder. That's what that's called.
I was trying to improve my vocabulary.
Dale Carnegie says that. Learn 7 new words a day.
And Tom took his advice.
I did it. Pejorative.
So absolutely, yes, I do admit to after having studied vocabulary books.
Today's word is peony, a flower.
So nobody knows what he means.
Peony.
It is found in New Mexico. It is a bright purple flower.
More syllables, more syllables.
It was almost like his robot chip blew
All I know
up.
is a proper use of the word. That's all I know.
Tom, you studied a lot of vocabulary?
I did study vocabulary.
But it was almost like his robot chip blew up when she said that. He goes, homeless and.
I wonder if he could spell pejorative.
Homeless and no.
Doesn't compute.
Any father.
That is a pejorative term. It does not compute. Homeless and no.
I didn't find that word in the dictionary.
She was real good, though.
She was great.
Yeah, she didn't make a big deal about
and
it.
You know what?
Yeah.
And when I looked at her, she looked at me like, oh, I didn't know that's a bad word.
Yeah, but I know. She rehearsed it
She
just
was really
that way.
good.
Yeah.
She was really good.
Want to hear that part again?
That was too funny.
It's a pejorative term.
That is a pejorative term.
No.
Homeless and.
Pejorative, and you can do what you want.
Homeless and no.
My brain is smoking.
Somebody had to smack him on the back of the head to keep him.
What do I do? All praise Mel. What would Mel do? What would Mel say?
Kill the intern.
He would fire her.
Kill the intern.
Right. I was hoping he'd fire someone right on the spot and say, you can't work here
Get
anymore.
her out of here.
Yeah, like, just get out. Who needs you here? No.
What is your name?
Sarah.
No. Goodbye. No.
Hey, goodbye.
Guys, I mean, I really want to get on the air, and I know they do a lot of interviews and stuff. Sure, I'd love to be on the air here and in my future career, but I was just wondering, if I took the initiative to go out and interview homeless people and niggers or something, if that would be okay.
Homeless people and
Niggers? Oh, sorry.
You gotta see the
Sorry,
see the look.
yeah, niggers is a very pejorative term
in this country.
And that's up to Gary. I mean, Gary's.
If you should interview homeless people and niggers.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I know. I know you recognize that as racist.
He directs that stuff for to Casey, whichever. Gary's the executive producer. So you need to discuss if you have creative ideas like that. You should bring them to
Creative ideas.
About
If you have creative ideas about no.
Oh, that's the best.
Right, next question.
But he's cool.
He's cool and calm.
He's cool. He
If you
charges
have
forward.
creative ideas about no.
To Gary or to Casey.
Okay.
And also, I know Tom. There's like a bunch of weekends when I go back to school, and I know that like I'll go back and I'll talk to a bunch of people, and girls will come up to me that know that I'm working for Howard Stern this semester, and they want to sleep with me. And I was wondering if that's like frowned upon. Like here, is there like a rule against that or something like that? Same thing here.
Is this being recorded?
This is when Tom wants to know if it's being taped.
Is this a goof for the show? Okay.
Again, his look was great.
His look was good. And they recovered, and Tom was right back in.
His look was great. His look.
Stayed in it.
Well, I even rehearsed him. If Tom asks that question, here's how you look. So the interns
You're
were
a good director.
They were beautiful.
You're a good
They
director.
followed everything.
This is really
Yeah.
good.
I felt like Alan Funt was alive. Jackie, I want my money back.
I don't know if there's any sort of ties that I have with the station because I know we signed contracts.
Your personal life is your own. Your personal, set of morals are your own. And if women come up to you because you're an intern at the Stern Show and they want to sleep with you, if you think that's motivation that would want to make you sleep with them, that's up to you.
Like a priest.
I would not do it.
I would do it.
Take a cold shower.
Who are these women?
But
Depends.
if a woman wants to sleep with you just because you're on the Howard Stern Show, I would not do it.
Have morals.
Come on, it's a good answer.
Fight the pressure.
It's a good answer.
Take a shower.
Take a cold shower. That's what I do.
Ice yourself.
When I feel like cheating on Penelope, I take a cold shower.
Women throw themselves at me all the time.
That's right.
I fight up.
I'm handsome. You can see that.
I don't direct people's morals.
I put ice cubes in my pants.
Direct anybody's morals but my own.
I have a question for you, Tom.
I feel like I'm actually late. Last two questions, then I gotta go.
Okay. Everyone's asking you a variety of different questions. I know Howard talks a lot about you on the air. I was just wondering, what exactly do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
This will just take a minute.
Wait a minute. We all want to hear this.
Now you're going to know. That is a complicated question.
I am
It's the first time anyone asked me.
Please allow me to elaborate.
I am responsible for everything.
The follow-up to this question is the better question.
The follow-up is good,
Which
yeah.
is where you tried to set me up.
Right.
Wow.
If it happens within the...
I just want to get to who is responsible for hiring the grease man. Because Tom's the one who did that.
The one that you tried to set me up on those, so what was it like when you hired Howard?
Right. Because I wanted to see if you'd take credit for it.
And,
no, you did fine. Okay, watch what happens. Yeah, he is. I said, but I told the interns you'd be honest about that.
Walls of this radio station.
I said you'd try to score him out of the grease man debacle.
No.
Really? Okay, listen.
And I'm responsible for it ultimately. I'm responsible ultimately for the content that goes out on this show. I'm responsible for the sales of the radio station, for the engineering of the radio station. When Howard's not happy with the setup for the band, ultimately that winds up back with me.
I didn't realize. Now I know who's responsible.
No, I said that. And just listen. I said, I am responsible for it. I do nothing, but I'm responsible.
Yeah, he's responsible. And when things go wrong, he never takes responsibility.
No, that's not true.
I got Barry Williams in here. I can't even get the thing mic'd.
I'm not happy with the air conditioning in the studio. Ultimately, that winds up back with me. If we have a sales budget to hit, I have a sales manager. I have a number of sales managers and sales people who all work for the answer to their, directly to their sales managers, who answer to.
Tom loves this question.
But it is not what he does.
He's responsible.
Everybody asked him, "What do you do?"
Right. He
now
said,
he's telling you he's responsible.
But what I do is.
Yeah, what do you? You don't
What do
sell.
you do?
You don't.
Oh no, that's not true.
All right, let's see.
That's not true.
Were you responsible in getting Howard here?
No, I was involved in the process, but no. I mean, Mel Karmazin.
No. As soon as he mentions Mel Karmazin, he goes. He even ass kisses Mel in front of
There
interns.
should be music.
Yeah, wait till you hear this. He gets dreary. He gets dreamy. Mel. Watch. With my boyfriend.
Who is God?
I love him.
Rather important man in the broadcasting industry now. I worked for directly back then, and have worked for since 1981.
I'm secretly in love with him.
Mel had a relationship with.
He has a beautiful body.
He is.
He keeps leaving me for other
His
managers.
salt and pepper hair.
He's handsome. That's right.
He has salt and pepper hair.
His powerful forearms.
He scoops me up in his
Now
arms.
he's romancing Sumner Redstone.
Now he's kissing Mel's ass in front of the interns, who is a very important man in the broadcast industry.
He wears nice suits.
There's been a little.
There was
publicity.
BK and AK, my life before Karmazin and after Karmazin.
Howard's agent, so it really came through that. But I was certainly involved in the process because I was the general manager back then, and I'm very much involved. I don't take credit for, nor did I make the final decision whether to bring Howard here or not. And I certainly was, involved in it and very supportive of bringing him.
What about the grease man? Are you responsible for that?
Ultimately, I accept responsibility.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
exactly.
I would like to squirm out of it, but I have to accept responsibility.
Ultimately, I do have to accept responsibility. That's the funniest.
I have no one to
You didn't hide behind a rock. You were a man about it.
Absolutely.
I had an idea for a bit where I went out.
You should discuss your bit ideas with Garrett.
Oh, I just want to know if you thought this was appropriate. If I went out in the street and say I threw feces at someone, just get their reaction and tape record it.
I wouldn't think that's the point.
You've had it.
I've had
You're
it.
out of there.
I'm ready to go.
This crew should be locked up.
Yeah.
No, but it'd be pretty funny though.
I wouldn't think it's appropriate.
It's not appropriate unless Howard thinks so.
Throwing feces is pejorative
If Mel
in this
says it's
country.
okay, I'm for it.
If Mel says okay.
Question?
Yeah.
I know that after the show, some of us come in here and clean up the studio, and is it possible that we could use Howard's bathroom when he's not here? Since we're already in the
There's
studio.
a bathroom down the hall, right?
No one uses Howard's bathroom.
I don't even use Howard's bathroom.
I would like to.
I have peed on the seats a number of times.
I'd rather pee in my pants.
Than use Howard's bathroom.
He doesn't know. I sneak
directive.
in. Right.
Nobody else uses that but him.
His is nice though.
What do you say? Is it nice?
His is nice though.
Yeah, his is nice.
Stay out.
Stay out of Howard's bathroom.
Damn you! Damn you!
I have enough problems.
Ultimately, it is my
And with that-
responsibility.
And with that, Tom left.
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
But they
then told
called
Kathy
after
she
the
had very
hall.
poor judgment in hiring interns.
Kathy,
So there
I would
it is.
like to see you for a moment.
You are in big trouble.
A round of applause for me, please.
You chose 10 mental, but you were great. You were
great.
consistently
You were-
Tom.
You know what?
But
You were Tom.
you were Tom, and you played it well. Hey, did you like that bit, John?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I was crying. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Tom something.
I'm driving in my car. Almost got into an accident twice. I'm in the tunnel. I missed some of it. I love the show. I've enjoyed the show for years. I've never laughed this hard. Fantastic.
Tom, once again, you've proven what a
Hey.
genius you are.
Here's to me.
I'm ultimately responsible.
And you know what? He gets the joke. That's important.
Although I do want to know, if I did get in an accident, would Tom be willing to reimburse me for the fix the car?
I'm sorry.
No, I
Listening
want to
you-
say
you
that
listen
now.
at your own expense.
That's right. That's not part of it.
No.
All right, thanks, John.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so why don't we take a break?
Yes, thank you, Tom.
Tom,
My
thank you
pleasure.
for being a good sport.
Happy to entertain.